Hi, my name is Cristerna, and I'm going to be talking about California's Three Strikes and You're Out law. It was passed in 1994, and it aimed to combat the amount of Californian repeat offenders who were in and out the prison system, but continuing to commit violent and dangerous crimes. So some context. In 1992, Kimber Reynolds was a 18-year-old girl who was in Fresno, California, and attacked by two repeat offenders. They were trying to steal her purse, and one of the men took a very powerful handgun and shot her in the head, killing her. Her father, Mike Reynolds, vowed that he was not going to allow any other parents feel the grief he did, and began to draft his ballot initiative against repeat offenders. He gained a lot of support for this initiative through the death of Polly Klaas in 1993, a 12-year-old girl who was kidnapped from sleepover, raped, and murdered by a repeat offender. In 1994, Mike was able to get the Three Strikes law passed, and it was also known as Prop 184. And it made it so that way those who had committed two violent or serious crimes only had one more strike left. And it didn't matter how petty or unserious the crime was. If they committed one more, they were going to get a minimum of 25 years in prison to life. So policy alternatives. This policy was very controversial and seen as one of the strictest policies in the country. Prop 66 would make it so that way the third strike must be just as violent and dangerous as the other ones in order to get the full sentence. It was voted no, as the governor at the time was very popular and publicly opposed it. Prop 36 was voted yes in 2012, and it made it so that way those with non-violent third strikes could receive shorter sentences or petition the court. It was planned to save $70 million for the state just due to the amount of prisoners that wouldn't be in prison. And it made it so that way a third strike must be just as serious or violent as the other ones to receive a life sentence. Prop 47 was voted yes in 2014, and it reduced penalties and in turn sentencing. And the money that was used in the reduced sentencing was put towards schools and mental health programs. Following similar topics, these are my policy recommendations. I think the prison system is very flawed, so we should focus on prevention. Root issues of crime include unemployment, addiction, family cycles and dynamics, and systemic oppression such as racism. Gun laws and other policies also lead to more violent crimes. By building a sense of community through civic action, it has been proven to help the prosperity and well-being of not only individuals, but entire communities. And since we are focusing on prevention, I think we should target the younger generation of Californians, K-12 students, and make it mandatory for them to engage in civic action through their schools. Civic action would include community gardens, cleanups, arts such as murals or theater, and mental health programs. And this helps students who may feel that they don't belong or may feel outcasted or even already showing an inclination towards a life of crime to grow a respect within themselves, their peers, and communities, making it less likely for them to want to commit any crimes toward their communities. Thank you.